Unleashed. Buongiorno, Minecraft fans. We're back, and we're still in the Nether. I got some clips of some more stuff we did in the Nether to gather some more things and check out some of the world. And one thing that happened is I came over here. I was hanging out near the portal, and it might have been one of those fire bats that explodes, and it might have been one of those creepers that explodes. But he blew up my portal, and I was stuck here with no way to get back. Luckily, I had some wood on me, so I made a crafting table. And I had some stone on me so I could make a furnace, cobblestone. And then I had to go out in the world and find nether iron and nether coal and piss off zombie pigmen so I could actually smelt some iron and find some gravel and turn it into flint so I could make a flint and steel and relight my torch. What a pain in the butt. And there's no, gas don't usually spawn in this little crevice down here, so I didn't get any gas. But let's take a look at some of the stuff we did in the Nether, some of the other stuff, and then we'll take a look at what we did with the ingredients when we got back to base. Let's get some Nether quartz. Alright. Let's get some more Nether quartz. With the Nether ores mod, the zombie pigmen get mad at you when you mine the ores in the world, but not the actually when you step on them too, I think. But they don't get mad at you when you do the quartz, just the added mob support ores. Why do these guys all look like they're wearing like crazy armor? Huh. We want some nether bricks. Come on. Okay, we got some nether bricks. Yeah, he looks like he's wearing nano armor. I'm not wearing nano armor. He's not cloning me. How did he get... Okay, so this guy over here is a clone of me, but I don't know why that guy's wearing that armor. Let's take our force pack. We want the rod and that. Ooh, look out. Oh, we got spiders on one end and... oh, yay. Okay, where does this... it doesn't connect to anything else, does it? Okay, if we're down here, we're gonna watch out for these guys. What do? Do they attack me? Looks like they don't. I don't think those are the ones that blow up when you get near them. It's down at this end. Lots of lava and danger. More lava and danger. These guys are funny looking. Okay, so these are the imp guys, which do not apparently blow up. I'm gonna start running a room for stuff. Do they not attack me? He just runs? Okay. Sure. Whatever. Another zombie. More of these ghost guys. Is this the way we came? No, it's not the way we came. Is this a way to... spawner? Do we have spawner? Or just a regular... either need a spawner or just a regular blaze. And we got blaze. Okay, what we're gonna do with the blaze? We're gonna... nope. Looks like we can't put the blaze in... use the rod of holding. Bottling of passive mobs. Fine. Let's go ahead and kill one though. Alright, so we got a blaze rod. And everybody's after me. Glowstone! There we go. Ah. Where's he at? Okay, I think we'll silk some glowstone. Alright, magma cream's good. Oh, there's a regular skeleton in the way, that's why. Alright, kill some of these guys. Get out of my way, I'm gonna kill the skeleton. Oh, blaze spawned right there, okay. Dude, is he like following me? Sure enough he is. Alright, we want to fill up our loot bag with some stuff that we don't need right now. This is worthless. Don't need that right now. Let's just put everything in here. Even the axe. Alright. Let's kill this one. Okay. Where is my home base at? Which way is it? Is it this way? Map. That way. Right down here, right? There we go. So let's check out, let's see, what's in the digger's backpack. There's our soul sand that we needed. And then in here, let's start off with the loot bags. And then, yeah, start off with that. Spoils bags. Alright, claws, bronze pickaxe, amber, yeah. Oh, coal cloak. Right on. Steel. Steel's good. Okay, so we got some other stuff. Let's put the buckets of force in here. So these here, if we get our regular force rod, we have steel helmet, which we don't need, and we can disenchant it into steel ingots, and the same with the boots. And I believe the bronze pickaxe will give us bronze ingots. Perfect. Okay, so that's good use for all those tools that you get that you don't really need. Alright, so we got shards of minium. We're going to make a minium stone. So you make an inert stone with this recipe here, and then you surround it with shards of minium, and you get a minium stone. And we can use the minium stone with some iron and get an ender pearl. And I think I need 2, 3, 4 ender pearls, and we're going to take those with, what were we going to take those with? We were going to take 4 ender pearls and a ghast here. Let's see if this is the recipe that I was thinking of. And we get a safari net. Perfect. We'll use that. And we'll put this away for a second. And then we'll use the force wrench too, I think. So we needed another brick. We got some blaze rods, but I have a plan to get some more blaze rods. So let's check that out. So here we go. We got us a blaze spawner. And we're going to use this to capture blaze. And then we're going to use this, shift right click, and get the blaze spawner. Double duty, baby. So after our trip to the nether, we got nether brick, and that will allow us to make a magma crucible, and that is going to go with the liquid transposer and allow us to make redstone energy conduit and redstone energy cells. And then I got a bunch of blaze rods because we have fortune and or looting and on our sword and fortune on our armor, and that allowed me to make these fire charges with blaze powder and some gunpowder that I had, and some charcoal. And so we used that. I gotta get used to this speed. Yeah, it's rough. To make some solid fuel boiler fireboxes. And then I made a rolling machine and just connected it up there real quick and rolled some of the steel from breaking down the steel armor. And then I got a little tiny high pressure boiler, 2x2 steam boiler. So now all I need to do is hook this system up to the boiler. And then we got the beginnings of an automated power system. And then we'll get some hopefully we might have to just use a bunch of energy bridges to store energy for now. But we're gonna have to find a way to store energy. You know, maybe I could just do energy bridge and then like a EU converter, or EU consumer, EU producer, and just use the energy bridge as like a battery until I can get. We're gonna have to find rubies, otherwise it's gonna cost me a lot of diamonds. And I think the next diamonds I want is for a quarry. I got a little bit of diamonds from the last thing the Eternals dug. I got 8. And it's not quite enough. I think we need like 13 or something to make a quarry, because you need to make 2 diamond gears, which is 8, and then I think you need a diamond pick too, so that's another 3. So these guys dug out this area here, and I covered it up with the stuff over here. It was cobblestone. I forgot I put the portal here before I dug this out, so we'll have to figure out, maybe we'll just dig around it. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll automate some more stuff. So we got the safari net with blaze inside of it, and I was looking at this auto spawner from Mine Factory Reloaded, because this is what I was thinking about. And this looks like it's fairly easy to make, except for it needs emeralds, and I have no emeralds. But we did get the blaze spawner itself using the force wrench, so instead I can use the grinder. And I actually went ahead and made one of those. This is kind of a makeshift temporary thing here. So I have a mob grinder, and I just have a hobby steam engine we're going to power it up with, and an aqueous accumulator down here. My usual setup: put out water on the top, no redstone control. The steam engine just needs a little bit of charcoal, and we're making a bunch of extra charcoal in this thing over here. And I think if I did this right, pop that down. That wasn't quite what I wanted, but we'll do this for now, and hopefully this mob grinder Are you going? It looks like it's heating up. Once this thing fires up, it should start killing off some blazes. And we'll get a whole bunch of blaze rods in this chest. That's the goal, at least. You get blaze rods? Got one. Yeah, so this will collect some blaze rods for me. At some point, I will set it up in a different location. Blaze rods will give me blaze powder for ender tanks and stuff. The other thing I have over here to set up some animal deals, I got some pigs in there. I think we'll use that that force rod of holding to get some cows and bring some cows over here, because it only works on passive mobs. And it's an enderman. Let's kill him, because you like to kill everything. Hey, an ender pearl the easy way. Well, sort of. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, what I'll do, I think I'll use this whole row over here, or part of it or something, for like mobs and like passive mobs and stuff. So we'll have some grinders down below and some auto spawners, and we'll have some maybe at the top too with passive mobs. And then I'd like to set it up with the automated system where, like, if I ever need steak, it just automatically starts spawning cows and killing them, or Whatever. But we'll figure that out in a little bit, because that's a little bit down the road, I think, still. So this line here that runs underneath is going to be one long line of cable, just under 40 blocks long, so it doesn't lose power. And then one end of it's going to have a solid fueled boiler, the other end's going to have a liquid fueled boiler, and then we'll have some stuff set up where we grind up the saplings from the trees for the liquid fueled, and then we cook up the wood into charcoal for the solid fueled. That's kind of how I had it working last time, except for we weren't using quite as big of a Mine Factory loaded farm, but it'll work. And then plus a bunch of this stuff here can be turned into more biofuel. So this is our next step in the automation, is getting all these blazes to spawn. I guess I just got to hang out here to make that happen, huh? We got 7 blaze rods so far, though. Wow, I think it's moving fast. I didn't know it could overheat. It looks like it's overheating. It's moving like a brick. $60, $70, $780, $790. Wow, it sure is putting out a ton of energy. I've never seen a hobbyist steam engine do that. This is one hot mama. It's building up MJs, and it's still putting out 1590, 1610. It's putting out 10 MJ a tick. This is a hobbyist steam engine on steroids. Maybe there's some bug when it's attached directly to MFR machines, because this one over there is connected with energy conduits, or well, with the redstone pipe conduits. But yeah, that's scary. And it's building MJs on top of putting out 10 MJs a tick. Look at that thing go. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, it's putting out 10 MJs a tick and building up MJs inside. It just shut down. I've never seen a hobbyist steam engine overheat and shut down. Look at that. Is it putting MJs into the machine now? Or are they just lost? Hobbyist steam engine shut down. That's a new one. Look at it, it's red hot. These are not red hot. These ones are totally green. Just like a normal hobbyist steam engine. I don't understand how that thing was putting out 10 MJs a tick and building MJs and overheating. That's like the strangest one ever. Okay, we have to figure out what this is, because I know some mobs can spawn with like matching your armor, but this guy isn't matching my armor. He's wearing like nanosuit. He certainly got resistance like nanosuit. That's weird. There's some strange things in this mod. I think I might have to break it. Alright, I think I'm just gonna not put a ton of charcoal in this thing at once. 38 blaze rods. Okay, this thing is double psycho. 100. Gonna start putting out MJs. God, that is the nuttiest thing ever. Yeah, so this thing gave me over a stack of blaze rods, and I've taken the blaze spawner out, and I just kind of left this as a dark room, and I had some normal mobs spawn in here. Been grabbing the loot out of that chest here. We got a bunch of stuff, and this is not cheated at all. Apparently one of these mobs that mirrors my armor spawned, and I have a second set of force armor. That's a little cheaty, I think. So we'll just toss that. I don't want to be too cheaty. But we got our steam boiler fired up. I actually looked back in my ultimate pack, and in the ultimate pack you can just put an ender chest next to a solid fueled firebox and it will automatically pull charcoal from it. And in this mod it doesn't do that, but we got the vanilla hoppers, which is one of the reasons why we want the Unleashed pack. And the vanilla hopper will feed stuff from the ender chest into the solid fueled firebox. So that works perfectly. And I put up a little protective barrier around here. We got some automation started up. And with all of our blaze rods and everything, one of the things we made is we made some ME storage. So let's take a look at that. So we started off with some basic stuff. You gotta have the ME controller. I set up a ME drive and started out with some 1K storage and moved to some 4K storage. And then you can make an ME terminal, but I went straight for the crafting terminal because you can use it as a normal terminal and you can use it as a crafting terminal. And then we set up our ME assembly container. So I started off with a like one block in the middle, the molecular assembly chamber, and filled up all the recipes. So I expanded it to 2x2 inside here, which is actually 4x4, and it's a little too deep. So there's 4 blocks in here. 3 of them are the ones that hold recipes, and then there's one crafting CPU in there. And I've just been, as I build stuff, making the recipes. So we use a pattern encoder which we made, and then I have the recipe to craft these blank patterns, and then I craft a couple of those up and put them in the pattern encoder, and then encode all the stuff as I need it, so that way the next time I go to make this stuff, you know, I can automatically craft it. And you can see there's a bunch of stuff that is set up to craft, and there's a bunch more stuff set up. So I have these ender chests for all of my output, and I know you can use tesseracts. So you can make energy tesseracts, liquid tesseracts, and item tesseracts, but for now we're just going with the ender chests. I kind of like those. And it's single player, so I don't have to worry about protecting them from other people. So just like in my old world, gray, brown, gray is a regular ender chest for input, and the input is hooked up to a precision import bus to pull stack out at a time. And then we have some more ender chests that go off to machines that do things. So we have a pulverized one, one for furnaces, and then one for assembly table, because we built the assembly table. And each of these, well, these two here have 2 different setups. So one setup is just an interface for things that I want to craft that require cooking. So you cook a Certus quartz and you get Certus quartz dust. You cook, or you pulverize, and you pulverize a glowstone, you get 4 glowstone dust, things like that. I can pulverize cobblestone to get sand. And then I also have a storage bus. And a storage bus works, it seems to be better than an input bus because it will put things in here as fast as you want it to, and it only takes 1 of these energy units instead of 2. So the storage buses take 1 energy unit, the input buses in stack mode take 2 energy units. So this is a kind of a ghetto cheaty way to do that. And the way I have this set up is this is overflow. So I have a regular chest down below hooked up to an interface storage bus, and it has a higher priority than this, and then it's set up to hold like a stack of these, and then once I get more than a stack, everything goes in here. And we kind of do the same thing with the cooking. We have some stuff that goes in the cooking when we get more than a stack, and then there's also an interface with things, you know, crafting recipes for cooking. And then you can make the you can make these ME controllers. So if we look at, let's look at a storage bus. So eventually you need these basic processors, and then which are made out of gold, and then you need the advanced processors made out of diamonds. And so there's one way to do this is you make this basic processor and then you cook it. The other way is in an assembly table you can put this stuff in here and you use slightly less resources but more power. So we hooked this up to an assembly table and switched over to that. So we're using the assembly table to craft the basic processor and the advanced processor. And the ender chests allow me to not have a bunch of ME conduit running everywhere. So it just goes into the ender chests, and then there's an ender chest hooked up to the machines. So we'll go downstairs and take a look at that. So we've got machines down here. This thing's all fired up and heated up, and it's got 2 of these steam consumers. So this should put out 160 steam tick, and these each take 80, so it'll take the full 160 when it needs it. And then we got a high voltage producer, and this is going to be our high voltage line, and then we just branch off of it when we need to. So my ME storage system converts to medium voltage and then has a MFE somewhere in there. You can't see it, but there's an MFE in there. Oh, there it is. So we got an MFE, fully powered, and the MFE will hold enough charge that if this thing shuts down for some reason, the ME storage will stay online. And then we just have a transformer to go down to feed the farm, and then another transformer to go low voltage because I have some industrial craft machines up there. And then we have we're converting our high voltage to build craft MJs, and then we have a bunch of furnaces that are all hooked up to the same ender chest. You'll see when I open one, all 3 of those open. And then we also have a pulverizer on one, and we can do more if we need to. And this will cook all of our wood into charcoal and cook all the recipes we want. And then we have our assembly table set up over here. I just got a couple lasers, and it will automatically output into a connected chest. So this is our gray, brown, gray chest, and then this is the input chest for this, which uses a hopper. That way I don't need energy or wooden transport pipes and stuff. We just do hopper. This is great. I love these hoppers. And then these all go to the same output chest, back to the gray, brown, gray, which is my input for my storage system over here. And again, this allows us, we don't need a bunch of ME inputs taking up more energy units. So everything goes into the ender chest, and then there's one ME input for the ender chest. And you can see this is our mode down below. We got the crafting interfaces, and then we got the input buses, which I'm just out of range of. And then we made some deep storage units. Let's take a look at those real quick. So these come from Mine Factory Reloaded, and you need a unattuned tesseract, and then some chests, and then the plastic sheets. And you get 4 of these. So I got 4 of these up. We got one holding charcoal, and then we got one for saplings, and then we got, cobble and dirt, and then we got some barrels holding some other stuff. The barrels and the the barrels and the deep storage unit just basically allow us, you have a storage bus into it, and it's cheaper to do it this way than to take up the hard drive space in the ME drives. So we got a bunch of stuff on that. There's regular coal, we got a bunch of apatite, and then gravel and stone and things like that. And then I have a crafting interface down here. We got one upstairs, and then these all go into chests. And the way I have this set up, so the deep storage unit is tied into the system with the ME interface up here, ME storage bus. So everything in here is retrievable from the ME system. So this is 1957, and I've got charcoal. Okay, so I got a little bit more than that, but whatever. I must have some in one of the storage units somewhere. And then this is set up to output down, and then it goes into a hopper, which goes into this chest, and then this chest always stays full of charcoal even if my ME storage system goes down if the power's low. And then that's this chest over here, which keeps the steam boiler fired up. And then I can also take another chest with me if I want a portable power somewhere. I just plop down an inner chest, hook it up to a hopper, and power machines off of it or whatever I need to do. So there's that. And then the saplings we're going to eventually use for biomass, which I haven't set up yet. But I think what we're ready to do now is actually make, we want to make a quarry. Alright, so next episode we're going to build our quarry, put it to work, and we're going to clear out some more of the area for this thing. And then we'll check out some of the world. Maybe we'll go out and see if we can find some emeralds and some rubies. But tune in next time. Thanks for watching, guys.